Hello my friends and welcome back. Welcome back finally, because we are at the gardens of the Versailles Palace in France, in the city of Versailles. I started a video inside the palace, outside the palace, and then I entered inside, and you can watch that video. They made me stop the recording because I had a selfie stick, and they said you can use your camera to videotape but without talking. So I could have videotaped or recorded as mute and with no selfie stick. So I said, what am I gonna do? Can't talk, I'll be dying. So that was the first part from Versailles, and this is the second part. I am in the gardens of the Palace of Versailles, and I will make a video with current events. I will go over the subject I started in the other video, but I didn't get to discuss them in depth, and I have much more to discuss. Obviously, I have about 20 some subjects or topics. No, this is interesting. This is a metal, so keeps these things together. So it's a slab here, as you can see, and this is kept together with the other slab with this metal. It has two pins over there, and that's how it stays over there. Okay, so this is a big garden. I already, looked over the map, and we're not gonna be able to have it all covered. I tried to go to also that way where there's some other lakes, and I will go and see how far I can get. I will just give you a preview here. All right. Also, I would like to go to the Trianon palaces. They're over there. I think there's a little Trianon, big Trianon, and something else Trianon. That is where the First World War armistice was signed by the big powers, and that's a very interesting location. And I will give you just a hint, or at least something very interesting and on that topic, and I'm going to move on. I have this phone. I won't be sweating like a pig anyway. I have this little phone, sissy phone, that I have my subjects already picked. So in Trianon, when Woodrow Wilson, the American, came with his, 13 points or something, 10 points, 13, I think it was 13. He came with a delegation, and I know the French guy, what was his name? No, only Mélenchon comes, but he's not Mélenchon. I can't remember his name. Oh my God, the guy with the mustache, old guy. Clemenceau, was it Clemenceau? I think it was Clemenceau. He said, what's this delegation? Are these Americans? Why? Because surrounding Mr. Woodrow Wilson, the American president at that time, was by the chosen guys. Yes, they were in his entourage more than anybody else. So I think, as I said, Clemenceau, I think it was said, who are these guys? Are these Americans? He's surrounded by these people. All right, if you don't believe me, go and read, and you're gonna find out. You don't like it? I don't give a shit, because that's reality. All right, let's move on. So this is the back of the palace. This is the left wing. So that's the entrance on the other side. So as you look at the palace, this is the left wing. The right wing is behind that one on the other side, and that's the center. That's the center. So the whole, or the main, how do you call it? Palace. I was about to say castle. Is right here. This is the front. We see the flag over there, finally flying high. So that's the main one, and that's where the flag is. I figured it out. That's exactly where the king's bedroom is. I've been inside. I posted a lot of videos and pictures on my Facebook page. This used to be a fountain, but it's not working, seems like. All right, so let's get going with the subjects. I have to put my glasses on because I'm old and my skin is cold. So it's about 2 feet deep, as this shows. Maybe 2 feet deep. So let's see where we started. I'm gonna just go fast over this, and then I'm going to start over and discuss it. This is a big palace. I didn't want to come here because I thought it was a lot of time and you wait for. Oh, that's a fish! God damn! Oh, it's a carp. Just jumped out of the pond. Can I go here? Someone's gonna yell at me. So, what am I gonna do? Where are you, pretty boy? It was pretty big. So, come on. You know that it would be untrue. Wait, there it is. See him? How in the hell are you? What the hell are you doing here, actually? All right, good, move. So I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Anyway, I will go over these subjects. I have about 25 of them. So you see over there, those columns in the middle, where my pretty hand is. So that's where, behind that is the flag, and behind that is a long 2 rooms big of mirrors and chandeliers and fantastic paintings with Napoleon, with scenes from the wars of Napoleon. And behind that way, inside, is the king's bedroom. So you can see that on my Facebook channel. Page, whatever. So we have here the first one. Maduro in Venezuela won the election, and then the opposition obviously riots, because that's how the Democrats are. When they lose, they become violent, and when they win, perfect elections, remember. All right, so that's the first one. Second, it was something about Meghan Markle, and I discussed that in the previous video. And I'm not going to discuss more because I think I covered it enough in the other one. What's next? Lebanon, US Embassy. What the hell? So Lebanon, the Americans, the French call out their citizens to leave Lebanon because Israel, here, fish too. Lebanon will be probably attacked by the forces of the good. In this case, the Americans, by the guys in self-defense. You know who those guys are, right? In self-defense, they will attack. Therefore, the French and the Americans have to leave. This is what our governments create for us in the world by keeping us safe. Therefore, the foreign policy of our country will have us less safe in the world because of a country. All right, I'm gonna go right here on top of this, and I'm gonna show you what is descending. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Next one, tensions with Israel. French people urged to leave Lebanon as quickly as possible. So you're safe because of one country. It's not in France's interest to get involved in that garbage, but since France is owned, as US is owned, they will make us less safe for that thing, you know what I mean? Paris 2024 Olympics Pride House, an Olympic fan zone for LGBT, it doesn't say Q+, people and their allies. And I discussed that in the other video, what happened when I didn't complete an imbecilic, training while working for the government in the United States of America, asking me if I'm an ally. That means I'm an ally against my own people. That's basically what it was, and I said, fuck off, and I exited that bitch, course. Now, have you thought about the closing ceremony of the Olympics 2024? We had the perverted open ceremony of the Olympics. Now, have you thought how the closing ceremony will be? Now, do you think they will change it because of the outcry of some, I would say the majority of the world's population regarding the garbage they saw at the opening? Or do you think they're going to leave it and it's going to say they will double down? I think they will double down because they will not stop, because some people like me and you and others will say, oh my God, that was awful. No, they are marching toward destroying our culture and civilization, our values. Now, riots in England behind the violence, far-right sympathizers motivated by fake news. If you remember, I covered this in the other, I mean, no, you don't remember that one, but I'm saying I covered that in the other video, where there were some stabbings in Great Britain, and they didn't tell us who that person was. It was a minor, 17 years old, minor. The Western media did not give us the name and the nationality or ethnicity of that particular guy, but when they do that, we know why they don't, because they cover. That's the first one. Plus, I read that the English has a law that if you're a minor, this should be a fountain, but it's not working. If you're a minor and you are suspected or you are under investigation, they will not disclose your name and so on. But it's okay. The Russians did it, so I'm going to bring it to you. Why? I told you, my friends, the Russians are freer than us in many respects. No, I won't go to Russia. I will help us. They don't need help. They have Putin. So, and I'm going to tell you who they blame. Obviously, the far right for fake news. It was not fake news because the suspect is not a English, or at least his origins are not, you know, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, and English, or did I miss anything? Anybody else over there? No, he is of a different kind. The Russians tell us. So these guys don't tell me in this video, in this article. They don't tell me. And I would scroll down. I took all the snapshots, or snappings. Oh, there's a crow right over there, right on that, on top of that. What's up, buddy? So I looked here and they don't. But what they want to say? They say this. They blame, according to Guardian, British Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner announced on Wednesday evening that House Secretary Yvette Cooper, women because they're stronger than us, would consider, quote unquote, whether the EDL should be banned under anti-terrorist laws. And that is why, because the EDL, if you know what EDL is, we have Mr. Tommy Robinson. And Mr. Tommy Robinson is portrayed as a bad dude, but he was fighting for his people. Right here, the England Defence League, that is EDL, keep that in mind and help, had been mentioned several times in recent days by the British police, particularly Marseille police, police, as it is suspected of being linked to the violence. Violence, why? Because the English people cannot take it anymore, having their country sworn, or how do you call it, invaded, with the cord of their stupid government, and they will be changed. They will change their country, obviously, and their culture and everything else. Because why? That's the way they can rule. If you're not a homogeneous society, then they will pull and push, and they will create animosity between us. So they say here, several demonstrators have in fact been identified as sympathizers of the far-right anti-Islam movement, which is very present on social networks. Founded in 2009, the EDL gained notoriety by regularly organizing protests against radical Islam. Not about a government who allows certain things to happen, which were almost always marred by unrest and violence. The movement rapidly gained popularity until 2011, but it's now experiencing a decline in popularity. That's what they say. That's not true. Why do I say that's not true? Because it comes from the mainstream media. That's why. So they tell you that, so you say, oh, it's just a fringe organization. Well, maybe it's fringe because people are cowards. And when people are cowards, which usually is something that we have to fight against, cowardness, they agree with something, but then in reality they don't want to show their faces and identities when they make a statement. That is, for instance, with the Donald Trump election. And what happened then? If you remember, all the opinion polls said that is going to be a landslide victory for the Hillary Clinton. Why? Because people they're not so courageous when they were interviewed or polled. They didn't say, well, I'm with Trump, being afraid to be labeled this and that and this and that. But when they went on their own in their voting booths, they say Trump. That was one of the reasons. And the same here. When they ask, oh, are you with Tommy Robinson? No, I'm not. And then they are supporting it. And the same thing happens with, that's why these guys, how do you call it? they create a terror environment where you are afraid to say, yes, I'm with A, B, C, D, because those things are labeled by the same guys as this and that. Let's move on. Next one. Today, Djokovic and Alcaraz, they're going to play on Roland Garros in Paris. So why did I pick this one? Because I like Djokovic. I have nothing against Alcaraz whatsoever, but the media, holy, I thought it's something else. Should I pick it up? I'll pick it up. I thought it was a condom. When I saw it, I said, oh my God. You can say, Emil, that's all you have in your mind. Not condoms, something else. Anyway, so these are how do you call this? Orange trees? Right there. Orange trees. So they, why? Because the media portrays, instead of saying, guys, you are witnessing, as they usually say, history. You know, when the first this and the first that, they like that. But why? Because Djokovic is a Serb and he's a Christian Orthodox. That's exactly my assessment of that. I don't have to make it again. I made it so many times. They portray him as a bad dude. And you got Alcaraz, a young guy, talented guy, who probably going to take the torch from Zelensky, I was about to say. Djokovic, at one point, he's portrayed as, oh my God, this is historic. Alcaraz does this, Alcaraz does that. He's 21, something like this, and the other one is 36 or something. So instead of portraying the victories of the old dude, the old lion, he's gonna break more records, they're portraying the young guy who won some Grand Slams over there. So, and then it's unbelievable. That's why I make this kind of videos for Djokovic, including the fact that he is a solid dude, solid dude, Djokovic. I don't know Alcaraz, I have nothing against him. The media works that way. So it says here, Alcaraz, on which channel and what time can you watch the tennis finals at the Paris 2024? Okay, and the picture is with, obviously, the young dude, not with the old record-breaking guy. So do you want to see a rocker? This is Allée Royale. So this is the Regal King's alley right there. Oh, there's a kid over there, and here are, but I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna go left, and there's some more over there. Paris, okay, the dream final between the last two winners of the Roland Garros will be played on Sunday at 2 p.m. So right now is 6 something, so it might be over, and we'll see. It says here, under the British law, young people who are under criminal investigation cannot be named until they turn 18, except in very rare circumstances. The media now creates a portrait, don't even do it because you're gonna do this. But as in America, when a crime occurs, it's committed, and the race or ethnicity of that person is not revealed being an adult, then you know. Anyway, my American friends, you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, let's take a seat here because it's a beautiful marble bench. Oh my God, look at this one. Wow. All right, next, let's see what's next. Next we go to Ukraine. Ukrainska Pravda. Russian forces advance in Chasiv Yar, Donetsk Oblast, deep state analysis. Yes, they are, and they will definitely conquer that. These are all kind of little... let's go this way and come the other way around. How is the sun from that side? Okay, let's go this way. It's more... we have here Bosquet de la Gironde. So we are here. We started from here. We came from this side here. This is where it was nothing. Here is where it was that carp or some areas, I think. I think right here. So we're gonna go this. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna get lost here, and then go here. Some bim bum bim bim bum bim bum bum. We can't go much further there, as far as I remember. Look, oh, this is cool and nice. Ooh. Okay, All right, deep state analysis have updated their, this is from August 4th, so that is today, their interactive online map of hostilities in Ukraine, noting that the Russian forces have advanced in the town of Chasiv Yar in Donetsk Oblast. That is the map. All right, now that's the evidence. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, that's beautiful here. So I'm going to get in the middle here, and I'm going to turn around. I don't like that whatever sounds these guys are making there. Maybe that's the way it used to be then. If that is the case, then I'm okay. I let them do that. All right, I allow them. But if it's just a new garbage, I don't like that. So if this was really what occurred here in those times, let's see who's this guy. L'hiver, 1678, 1690, okay, 1945, made by Jean-Baptiste Théodon, 1645, 1713. All right, marble. Right? Beautiful civilization. Okay, move on. Ukrainska Pravda. This is again for 3rd of August. Zelensky, and this is what Zelensky says. Wagner Group presence in Venezuela is evidence of Russia meddling in other countries' affairs. And he says, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said he is concerned about the reports that Russian Wagner Group mercenaries have been spotted in Venezuela alongside the state blah blah blah. So that is, this is an imbecile, obviously, this guy right here. Why? So that means, well, crow right there. Where are you going? Oh, he's walking, clip with his tail. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I'm following you. I'm following you. All right. He's lazy, mofo. No, he's not lazy. The crows or the ravens are one of the the smartest animals in the world. I think even smarter than the octopus. Just watch some YouTube videos and they're going to convince yourself. So, Ukrainska Pravda. Zelensky says that the presence of Wagner Group in Venezuela is evidence of Russia's interference in internal affairs. What about the American troops all over Europe and the world? Isn't that evidence either? No. Why? Because they're good. Please. So this is something that this guy is an imbecile. So and people just stop there. They don't think about, wait a minute, aren't U.S. troops even in Germany? Weren't they in Ukraine since 2014, 15? No, we're not there. So that means they were involved. Why not? Oh, because those guys are good and the other guys are evil. Got that? Now, sorry to bring this up here, but looking at these kind of things, I wonder how many fucks occurred in this kind of woods. And remember when these guys had to relieve themselves, they would just get their skirts up or dresses and also, I'm not kidding, that's the way it is. It used to be. If you don't believe me, read about it. And about sex everywhere. Oh, it's occurring right here, sex. Moving. That's exactly what happened. And, oh, beautiful here. Now, Ukrainska Pravda. Ukrainian forces sink a Russian Black Sea Fleet submarine in Sevastopol. Ukraine General Staff. This is from August 3rd, 2024. Ukraine Defense Forces have struck the Rostov-on-Don submarine belonging to the Russian Black Sea Fleet in the port of Sevastopol in occupied Crimea, resulting in the vessel sinking. And I'm quoting. You don't want to see my face here. The Ukraine Defense Forces struck an enemy submarine and an S-400 anti-aircraft missile system in temporarily occupied Crimea. Got that? Got that. So they claim they destroyed. Let's go this way. It says, based on the confirmed information, rocket forces, lost soul behind me, in cooperation with the Ukraine Navy, severely damaged 4 S-400 Triumphs air defense missiles launchers yesterday. I covered that one. I'm going to go over there. Those are the how do you call it? The Furarea Sabinelor, is that how it's called? This was, these guys went and got some wives for themselves in antiquity. Read about it. Right. Bosquets. Bosquets de la Colonnade. All right, so we are here. We're gonna go over there. I went to Sanssouci. I went to Zwinger. Those are by Dresden, in East Europe, Eastern Germany, when it was Eastern Germany. And my father took us, and my mother, to Frederick III. No, Frederick III? The Great Frederick. I think it was Frederick III or the second. The guy, come on, Frederick III, I think it was. Anyway, who built that palace? I can't remember which one it was, but it was Frederick III. And we had to put some boots on when we were going in those big rooms with parquet, it's called, with hardwood floors. And my brother and I were running after another over there like idiots. And my mom used to smack us around because we were playing. We were young, small kids. But we were running after another and we were making fun. And my mom and dad smacked, not dad, my mom. And this would have been fountains right here, all over those. And here is Rapiria, Rapiria Sabinelor. I think the Sabines were a group of warriors, if I remember correctly, or something, that they were all women. And then I can't remember exactly the story, but some bad dudes went over there and got some wives from them because they ran out of, or something like that. This is just a very, very clumsy and small. I used to know this. I don't know it anymore. You go and look for it. It's just the grabbing, the different kind of grabbing of the Sabines. So in my house, my dad had something like this painted in my living room, in our living room. It was living room? No, like a big hallway, it's called. So, one of these, in the same way. And you have here, these are Hellenistic columns. Doesn't have any title because they probably expect us to know, but Hellenistic columns, aren't they? Let me show you. And with this beautiful marble. The rounded one at the end. Thirsty? I don't think so. All right. So they destroyed yesterday 4 S-400s, the Ukrainians claimed, and a submarine. In addition, the Rostov-on-Don submarine belonging to the Russian Black Fleet was successfully hit in the port in Sevastopol. It sank on the spot after being hit. And it says the B-237 Rostov-on-Don, a Kilo-class submarine as part of NATO classification, is one of the 4 Russian Kilo-class submarines capable of launching caliber cruise missiles. It was commissioned on December 26, 2014. All right, they say it's successful hit. Ukraine General Staff noted that the vessel sustained significant damage in a Ukraine missile attack on September 13, 2023. It was subsequently repaired and tested in the waters of Sevastopol harbor. The cost of the submarine is estimated at $300 million. It's okay, that's a few barrels of oil. And that is it. So we're back on business here. Why am I so... all right. Next. Strike on Russian airbase delays massive attack on Ukraine. These guys claim August 3rd, 2024. And it says targeting strategic bombers at Olenia airbase located 1,800 kilometers from the Ukrainian border has delayed a planned massive Russian strike. Ukrainian military intelligence AGUR chief Kirill Budanov said in national television. Strikes on Russians' airfields temporarily postponed Russia's attacks on Ukraine for at least a few days. Yeah, okay. And we believe you. Okay, let's move on. Now this comes from Sputnik. We got the real news here. Well, real news, it's always good to see read news from as many angles as possible, because they all obviously omit, I'm being nice now, omit Achille, right here, Achille a Chiros, statue marble 1687-1694, Philibert Vigier, anyway, small, oh, he's broken the sword. Broken a sword. Because I thought that's a short sword, but it's just cut. Someone hit it Probably these guys when they came to get Marie Antoinette and Louis. So Elon Musk speculates civil war, and I'm quoting, inevitable as violence sweeps UK. Well, that's exactly where we're going to go in the United States of America pretty soon. And in only in the European countries. And why is that? Because of the influx of this and that, perpetrated, that's the right word, by their elected officials. That's a beautiful golden fountain that's not working because I think France tries to save water, being communist. Why in the fuck is not working, huh? Why? It's okay, these are like Romanians, I understand. They do something and then they can't, how do you call it, maintain it. That's a Romanian thing. Romanians build things and blah, 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 and then when let's say a bulb runs out, they're not going to exchange, they're not going to fix it for about 2 years. So you're going to be, let's say you have a billboard somewhere says, I don't know, the Ministry of Agriculture, and let's say one bulb is running out, neon or something, you're going to stay like that for 2 years. So you're not going to read Ministry of Agriculture, you're going to read Minister of Agriculture because you don't see it in the middle of the night. This is a fact. I'm Romanian and I tell you that direct experience. I don't like it a bit. That's where we came from. Oh, look at this carp. Holy moly macaroni, look at that. Oh, these are big ones. Oh, look at this one right here. Where you going, buddy? Come to Papa. Oh, these are big mofos. Look at them. Hey, hello to you too, baby doll. And this is the other side. And that's, if you go further down there, is more lakes, more, I'm gonna go around this. Which way, white man? Let's go that way, baby, because it's shade over there. So he speculates and he says that this is gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen. The thing is, what are they gonna do? When they will have the military, they will have, and they have the intelligence services, the information, the mass media, all the oppressive, oh, that's what they're fighting. All the oppressive apparatus, they will keep them safe, they will cover them. They're not going to be your institutions, that's their institutions. Remember, that's exactly, oh, that's a little kind of, how do you call it, mac? How do you mac? Jesus Christ, not goose, the other one. Duck, but it's a different kind. We call it korle. It's like, oh my God, it's like oh, big over there in the water. So it's inevitable. Angry, and I'm quoting. Angry, and I'm not quoting, I'm reading the article from Sputnik. Angry anti-migrant protests have swept across the US with the latest unrest set off by the horrific stabbing of 3 children in Southport by the 17-year-old son of Rwandan immigrants. So from Rwanda, right? Because this is Sputnik, let me show you. See over there in the corner, Sputnik? And you see the first paragraph. All right, so Rwandan immigrants, nothing wrong with that, but nothing wrong with that. I mean, why? Some people on YouTube, some comments, I received some comments, obviously, and thank you very much for that. Some people who really are just trying to incite me to say certain things, to get me in trouble, let's put it this way, or they are really, they don't know what they're talking about. And whenever I have patients, I try to point out to them that on YouTube you can't say truth, certain truth. You can't. You're not. I mean, if I say it, because I said I made a video with the culture, our civilization, and who these guys are while walking, I think, to the Latin quarters, is how you call it, in Paris. And some people, why do you just beat around the bye-bye? Why don't you just say it? Because if I say it, YouTube, the gatekeepers of the truth, will not have us together. So I have to give you just hints. And if you know something about it, you know, okay, thank you very much. If you don't know anything about it, well, you Google shit. And you still find information. The information is there. I'm just saying Google, but every information is there. So it's up to you to take the torch and go and do the research on your own, because I can't say certain things. I can tell you right now who's who at what in a second, but you're not gonna hear from me. Why? Because YouTube will not allow that to happen. What is this? Another ticket? For what? Jesus Christ, it's full of tickets. I don't want to go here. Oh, this is a ticket. Oh, okay. Hello. Can I go through? Don't even care. All right, that's nice. I was just given this because I didn't have it. I just walked in like a king. All right, so this is tarif, 12 euros. God damn. Anyway, no, I don't regret. I don't regret. Work, baby doll. You're a strong woman. And the man is just drinking his vodka and sitting down. Great. There's no woman. There are three strong women because the man left them. Or they left the man with half of their wealth. Oh, man. So remember, I can't say certain things that I know because of YouTube. So be a little bit more, how should I put it, flexible, okay, and tolerant with me. I know what I'm talking about, and I can't say it as it is, my friends. Sometimes I give you hints as obvious and call all kind of tribe in a certain way, or some kind of country in a certain way, or some things that you understand. And if you watch me frequently, then you understand who's who and what's what. Like if I say right now Al Capone is doing this, most of you, my regular subscribers and who watch my videos regularly, know exactly who that is. Okay, move on. So here it is. So it's Rwandan immigrants, Manchester, Liverpool and Birmingham have witnessed violent demonstrations with Musk's attacks, police premises ransacked. Why? Why police premises? And cars and buildings set ablaze. US billionaire Elon Musk has speculated that the US is heading towards civil war. They don't have guns. Remember, who has the guns wins. Who has the guns? The military. So the military, always a revolution is successful if you have the military. If the military drops you, you're gonna lose. The population will come and guillotine you like they did with Marie Antoinette and Louis the whatever, 16, 17, 1000. So here we have, I'm against violence. How should I put it? In defending yourself, or you have to do what you need to do to protect your family, yourself, your family, your neighborhood, your city, your country, and so on, which is stopped right there. Or humanity. No. Humanity is divided in many groups. So Musk weighed in on a wave of violence sweeping across the country amid uncontrolled migration and soaring crime, posting an succinct, I don't know how to freaking say that in English, but anyway. Post and read, civil war is inevitable, end quote, he said. I think so too. It depends how many real, I will narrow it down, English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh people are still there in that so-called Great Britain, and based on that they could do stuff. Remember, the English bulldog, it's still a bulldog, so please do not lose your strength and determination. So it says here, the Tesla CEO and owner of X made a comment under one of many videos showing scenes of unrest gripping towns and cities in Britain.